and back to the front. I hope you like it. Now I want to talk to you about my plans for the landscape itself. I know this is a training pot, but this tree is going to be in this training pot for a long time. So looking down at the landscape. Right now it's a hill, and this is at the top of the hill, which you could see from the last view. All right, so one of the things I was thinking about doing was using this rock, which kind of goes along the side, but to bury it so that this part is just coming out of the ground and this part is slightly buried. It'll have a little opening there. I can minimize that somewhat. And then have this be like a little pond right in this area, and a tiny shoreline. We've got some rocks, and then I'll have a sandy shoreline here to delineate. Now, how do I simulate water? That's a good question. You can do it with sand. You could actually use water, like Candace did in her Dawn Redwood forest. But I'm just not sure how that's going to work. So I was thinking about those glass beads, those blue glass beads, but I'm wondering if they'll look too artificial. I do want to give something a try. Sand, that might be okay. So, what do I want to do here? Well, first thing I want to do is make sure that maybe I want your opinion. If I have a slope down to a sandy shore, this now is set into this ground so that this is the same height as this, or maybe even slightly below. This will still be rising out a little bit. And I can take this back, create a shore. The landscape would still rise up toward the tree. This is down further. Why don't I just start giving that a try? All right, I'll come back when I've got this rock inset. Now, I think there's probably a better choice for simulating water than this. I want this to be perfectly flat. So I've got to make sure that I'm keeping it flat. I want it to look like a hill, but the hill begins after the pond. And of course, there's got to be a shoreline. But for right now, just want there to be some differentiation in the landscape. Now, Tom Novak from Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors has used these blue glass beads but how do they look? They look gaudy. That's not the right thing. If they look great, I don't know if anyone's tried it. Tom, I know you've tried it. I don't recall what the result was though. And if this isn't flat, then it's going to detract from the overall look. So I've got to make sure I can maintain some flatness. And I was thinking about, well, maybe, I was thinking about putting Grandpa back on his bench and having a little guy fishing. But I don't know, can it look real enough? I know it's representative. But something like that. Now I can always remuck this and put it back the way it was. But I'd like to hear what you all have to say about it. Because that's the kind of guy I am. And I'm going to water this down and see how it looks. I don't know. Does it work? You guys tell me what you think, okay? I'm going to get to the view that I like best, which is from a bit lower down. There has to be a real clear delineation between land and water. This is approximating what I'm thinking of. You know, I don't know if this rock is right. I don't know if I'll find a better one. But this is kind of what I had in mind. Sorry, Grandpa. Don't mean to get you too wet here. Trying to let water seek its own level. pretty flat. It's going to be hard to maintain. But that never stopped me. You just want to carve that back. So it's not so severe. All right, so minor changes. A little pond. I think the scale is a little off with Grandpa there. It was pretty good before, but who knows? I mean, this might work. It's a reasonable rock. It fits the curvature of the pot. I'd have to work on this side a little bit. Disappears into the ground just like a rock outcropping would. And like I said, I can put this back without any problem at all, just the way it was. But would love to know what you think. Not crazy about the white sand. And I don't know how I'd feel about the blue sand either, or the blue glass beads. So this is where your opinions really matter. I call this on White Sand Pond. I don't know about it. But you guys tell me. You can be brutal. I'm cool. So I made some big changes today to my boxwood planting. I've got a little pond. I've got the rock that I wanted. I put Grandpa back where he belongs. And I'm just waiting to hear what you guys think about it. All right, thank you. Thank you for indulging me, and thank you for keeping me company in my backyard.